Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Mr. Afflictions.
me, Banshee, and my secret weapon for the Lions win today, the Detroit Lions, Rory.
Hi, Rory. Thanks for joining us today.
So Rory is here and ready. I unfortunately don't have any Honolulu blue to wear. I may have something in short sleeves, so I'm not doing that. But we are using our, what is it called? The Mirror of Truth Lenormand, which has a nice, somewhat, a little bit of the Honolulu blue in there maybe. So, at any rate, go Lions. I'll be able to watch them tonight. I'm happy about that. I'm going to try to keep focused on the readings today. Okay. How's your neck, Mr. O, as you're wearing your brace?
It's had better days.
He does need to work it. All right. Well, we're going to start off with our Seasons of the Witch in bulk oracle for the collective. And there it is. All right. You don't see Rory. Rory's right here. Lion's mascot's name is Rory. Mr. O has to stop swinging from the chandelier. Is your neck? That's Kara.
I know. I read it. I have no idea what I should say to her. You have given me a lot to think about.
What? We had this card last time. It came up again.
I also have allergies, too.
What the heck?
No one noticed.
Mr. O's having some sinus issues today. I don't know. I put on the humidifier down here thinking it would help us. Well, it's the same card we had on Thursday's show, I believe. Or I had it recently maybe as a Twitter card of the day. You know, I'm not sure which, but it's candle dressing. It's about setting intentions, clarity, and asking for what you want. So it wants us to understand wants you to understand what you want. How much of your dreams and desires are truly your own? Are they crafted out of what is expected of you? Or, oh gosh, I moved my stuff.
What a show.
Anyway, I'm sorry. And he's sneezing. What's going on? Okay, so what you want to understand what you want. How much of your dreams and desires are truly your own? Are they crafted out of what is expected of you? Or are these self-aware, intentional choices you have made for yourself, irrespective of the noise of social conditioning? Or all the sneezing that's going to happen and sniffling? Receiving this card suggests a lack of clarity, not because you don't know what you want, but because you're perhaps too afraid to claim it. The fear of what others might think or say is paralyzing you, preventing you from clearly stating your desires. You're being guided to clear out any outdated beliefs about yourself, evaluating truth of your wants and desires. When you do this work, you'll find things naturally fall into place and that you are meant to have. What you are meant to have will glide into your life. Manifestations will happen with greater ease and doubt will be diminished. This card in its most positive expression guides you to dream big. Remove the concept of impossible from your mind and entertain all of your wildest dreams. You may be surprised by how quickly things can come together when you ask and believe. What the heck, Mr. O? It's enough distraction through this reading.
Yeah, well, whatever.
I get it, clearly.
What did he do?
He took the whole cloth with him.
No, he actually threw the camera out of joint twice.
Yeah. Well, it's on the edge here, too, which is never good with him around. But you know what? Setting intentions, knowing what you really want. Sometimes when we go into something, the reason we don't get what we desire or want is we're not very clear about what it is we want. So be careful not just what you ask for, be careful how you ask for it, and know what you're asking for. I think that's the key here. That's big, and that's the key with this card. Setting intentions is very important. It may be one of the most important parts of, prayer work or magical work for that matter. So good luck with that, everybody. That's what I have for the collective today. Do you have anything to add to that? It is such a great
I'm
card.
sorry, there's no way I was
Well,
paying
I
attention.
hope you're going to be able to contribute.
Okay, then you know what? Then this is where the camera ends up at for the show, if that's what you want.
Wow.
Because I can't do
I understand that.
No, you don't.
But I thought you could at least be listening. All right.
No, I wasn't. I had to totally focus that
Okay.
way, and I'm sorry.
Hey, whatever. You did that last Thursday too, so I'm used to
No, this is worse than last Thursday.
Or was it happy hour? Could have been happy hour. But anyway, I digress. So it'll be your deck
As
first,
always.
Mr. O, since I did the card for the collective.
Fine,
and
who's up?
It will be Lena, I believe.
And here he comes again to continue knocking the camera over.
He will, so.
Okay, it is
Do you want to
what
lock
it
him
is.
up somewhere?
No, I want you to lock him up somewhere.
I'm going to lock this. I'm done. All right, so. Yeah, it's a bickery day. And Sonny's not helping because he's very hyper. And Shadow earlier flipped out and got herself caught in the tablecloth and left a nice little hole here. So I'm not happy about that either. Okay, so spirit reading between my ex Salim and me. Does he regret what he did to me? What is his feelings and intentions towards me in the future?
First card. The Empress reversed.
Well, the first card, are we put it? That's right. So I was
I don't
thinking
know.
of my reading and I don't know why.
Should
Go
it be?
ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Next card is the Knight of Cups upright. And then the Four of Wands upright.
Boy, he really has degenerated. You really have since the start of the show. I'm sorry. We were wondering if it was just allergies. I'm wondering if it's something else now.
There are allergies.
Okay. So, at any rate, with the Empress reversed here, I don't know. There's some positive cards here, and yet there's not. Does he have regrets? I don't know. I'm not really certain, Lena. I feel here that he felt that the relationship for him, maybe on his ends of things, was stagnating. So he feels he had to make the moves he made. I think what this might indicate is maybe not so much regret, but that he doesn't think badly of you. He really does not think badly of you. But apparently he was looking for some other type of stability, or he wanted to build something somewhere else with someone else.
Thanks for your concern. This is actually just a sweater, and it's actually a fairly light one. It's not a coat. I agree with Banshee pretty much. I think that Empress maybe suggests that Salim was thinking more about himself, basically, or wanting to do more for himself, And that Knight of Cups means maybe he was moving to another emotional vibration or tune or encounter of some sort. But I do feel like maybe there's a slight regret, because maybe he thought that there was something home-like about what you had. Maybe it just felt like it wasn't really exactly what he wanted, or it wasn't enough for him. Okay, the ship and the garden.
Yes.
Did you want me to go?
Well, I could go. I'm sorry. I think I don't know his status, if he remarried or what the situation may be for him. But because I almost feel like he's still searching out there for something, or maybe that he has moved on and got married. The garden can be a funny card to me. It could indicate marriage. And, we also have the Four of Wands in here, which could indicate marriage. I just sort of feel his intentions towards you, I think he has moved on. I could be wrong, unless you have signs of the contrary, Lena. But he's looking towards another marriage, or he may be in another marriage.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I think I combine it with the Knight of Cups in a sense that something else drew him, that Knights are about movement, and something else drew him. I think it's definitely a possibility, or in the offing, the garden maybe could be just saying too that he is moving closer towards public acknowledgement of this new direction, which seemingly might involve another relationship.
And, since we don't know, from your past, it sounded like maybe you didn't have a lot of contact with them. But if now things have changed and shifted, and you're wondering if things are moving your way, in other words, he's more receptive now, this could indicate coming back to you. But if you have no signs of that, there's this Empress reversed here. If nothing has been happening, I really feel it's because he's kind of moving towards somebody else, or looking for somebody else, if he does not have that person already. And that doesn't mean that he doesn't have some love in his heart for you. So I don't know that I see any future intentions towards you, like I said, unless there's something, else going on here.
Agreed.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Victoria, it's not very burly, but I do have this flannel shirt, and I'm going to wear it next time. And then we can say Violet does more than a burly man.
I missed some of this conversation, and I'm not going to take
It's
the time
in
to
the
read
chat.
it back. But at any rate, it is chilly in here. We do have drafts, and there has been wind chill. There's been breezes and winds, so we do kind of bundle up here. I'm wearing another hoodie of mine. I know it's a U of M one, and I'm not really a Wolverines fan these days. I was a Wolverine fan back in the Bo Schembechler days. But I do like their Hail to the Victors slogan, and I'm wearing it for the Lions today. So,
And I like to be contrary. I actually feel slightly warm, so I'm going to take off.
so could you,
the light
by
sweater.
chance, go get some cough drops while you're up? Maybe that'll help
Yes.
clear your sinuses, too.
That would be wonderful. See? Light sweater. Not
It's
really
pretty
a coat.
light, but it's got some warmth to it. I've got a similar
Oh, it definitely
jacket.
feels warm.
Yeah.
It was a gift from my workplace.
Yeah, I know. I like
I'm
that.
saying that to everyone.
It was a gift from I got a jacket like that from my workplace too. They got me the wrong size, but anyway, no surprise there.
And the initials on the sweater are SVML, which stands for our name, the Super Villain Mutant League.
Okay.
Honest.
All right. Well, at any rate, that's what we had
Sure
for
cards.
Lena. Did you pull Lenormand for Lena? I can't even remember what they were.
No,
it's
you
the
did.
garden
You
and the
did.
ship. I did. That's right.
And that means your cards.
And that
for
means
Divine's
it's
question.
Divine's turn. Hi, Divine. Got in second today. All right, I'm back using my Tarot Illuma. I pulled out a couple newer or different decks today. They aren't really new. But this is the one my son got. Uh-oh. Jeez. I guess you're distracting me a lot with these sneezes. Holy cow.
Thanks for noticing.
That happened right when I was...
You
key
never
moment
have
of shuffle
any
here.
sympathy for me when I have things going on. You just don't.
I do, but you didn't
No, you
act
don't.
like this. It wasn't this bad until we started. You were sneezing a little bit, but...
You may have been too wrapped up in what you were doing to have noticed.
Well, we both were busy. I had to get my Lions reading out, etc.
Oh, stop it, Violet. I'm not dying or anything.
Well, you act like you are. You look like you
I'm
are.
just
Lighten
sneezing.
it up.
I'm just sneezing. Here, do you have to take this off too?
Do a song and dance. No. He cut off my song. He cut it out of my Material Matters. I was doing the Age of Aquarius. Badly. Okay,
Shall
I admit.
Take it from the top.
Okay.
When the
Divine,
moon
did we get a question
is
for
in
you?
the
I
seventh
can't
house,
The frame
and
is cutting
Jupiter
Banshee.
aligns with Mars.
Well, I'm not
Come on.
surprised he cut me out of the picture, Violet.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, I'm half out of the frame.
Thanks, Violet.
And why do
didn't-
I have two frames
didn't-
up? This is even weirder.
It
Oh, I see what's going on.
Tune
here.
in tomorrow or whenever we decide to try this over.
Hey, Claudia.
Hi, Claudia.
All right.
Will that do for you?
Question is, how does my future look from now to this year? Through this year, I would assume. Okay. All
Thanks,
right.
Shreya. That's a nice tip. Thank you.
Well, okay.
Hi,
We got the
Divine.
Page of Coins reversed. But then we've got the Empress upright. And we got the High Priestess upright. Ooh,
Oh,
that
those are
sounds
very
pretty
nice. Yeah. I'm a little behind here. And I feel a sneeze almost coming on. Oh, that's okay, Divine.
And yes, Claudia, that's Rory in the background here.
Give her a little shot. Okay, so in for Divine in the Letterman, a gentleman, and the letter. So that almost sounds businessy in a way, maybe. Who knows?
I don't know. It's kind of interesting
Okay.
here. I think that, this year might be a year where you feel from now to the end a little bit ungrounded, a little bit lacking a center, looking for a focus. And I don't know if this is in career or business or if this has to do with, life in general. But there just seems to be potential here. And also that maybe you're going to have to just tighten up a little bit with your finances. There may be, it may be sluggish or slow trying to get any kind of new business or business venture off the ground. But the Empress is here, and Divine, knowing you, this just makes me think that you can think your way out of anything this year. You'll have a lot of creative ideas. You'll have a lot of thoughts about how you need to shake things up a little bit and make things happen. And I feel here that, ultimately you'll find a way to make this year a very productive one for you in whether it's in business or work or in other areas of your life.
Right.
I'm gonna stop there
I can
for now.
totally agree with that. I think the Empress is saying, Divine, this is a year really where you put yourself to work for yourself and you are very pleased with the results. It's the getting there that is the trick, and I see that in the Child or Page of Coins, and I see this as a sense of saying that maybe at the beginning of this, and a page is a beginning,
True.
there may be a tendency to not quite see something a certain way, or to maybe be less curious about this, or less curious about poking ahead there. But it just seems to click in at some point, because that's where the year will mostly take you.
And finally, with the High Priestess she's upright. This indicates to me that a lot of things that you felt in your heart, in your gut, about whatever it is you want to accomplish or do this year, or the move, for example, that you're making to India soon, you're going to feel that they were right for you. Ultimately, you're very comfortable with the choices, decisions, and feelings, that you have deep down about your direction in life. Even if things seem a little bit off or a lack of grounding right now, it all feels right to you.
It feels like it was the plan for or from the divine universe.
There you
And
go.
it worked out. I can't really add to that. It just sort of feels like, you felt it was written to be this way, that it was sort of a matter of fate or destiny. So then those Lenormand?
Well, the Lenormand is kind of interesting. I think here, I don't know, this could be a pivotal year where you connect with someone who can advance you in some way. I'm getting that feeling of advancement here, but for no particular reason, because these are kind of neutral cards. So it's really hard for me to totally pinpoint here, but I get the feeling it must be important to you. So it either involves maybe a job, maybe some education, or it could be something important, some important news coming from a relative or family member that's going to influence you in some way in this year ahead. I won't rule that out. But they're very neutral cards, so it's hard for me to totally get a bead on what that could be about. What about you?
Right. I don't feel them being largely connected to the rest of the reading.
Yeah.
But I do feel like maybe in a more abstract way that maybe they are, they're somehow like maybe just, that final letter that is an agreement between you and, a house you might buy or something like that.
Yeah, it could be that. And that's why I'm thinking here maybe, besides what we're telling you here about how the year is going to go, the Lenormand is focusing maybe more on one pivotal event. So it might be you acquiring property in India, for example. It might be you getting a job or employment. Or it might be some news that's important to you from family. It may be talking about a specific situation, that you will have in the year ahead. So, if we want someday, we could maybe do a reading specifically on that. What event will be most important for you in the upcoming year you're facing? But overall, this is what we see right now for the year ahead. Good luck with that.
Good luck. Good luck on your move.
Yeah, I hope it goes really well, Divine. Don't see any problems here, really.
No, not really. All right. So it's Sayama?
Yes, it is.
General reading. All right.
Did I have a... I don't know. He's there.
I'm going to use
I
the Olympus Tarot. Except I already used that, so let's use something different.
So, general reading? Okay.
I'm grabbing the cards.
Get my next
balloons. Baby.
Oh my gosh, 18 people. We really filled up today.
You're
Thanks
welcome,
everybody
Divine.
for coming. Appreciate you. I missed a lot of people on the list. I've been sleeping here. Oh boy, it's going to be a long night at the TV. Let's get the wand.
Okay, general reading starts off really good with the Four of Wands,
Nice.
followed by the Empress. Very nice too. And then the Lovers. It's almost like the best.
The Empress has been coming up a lot, so that's interesting to me. And you know, interestingly enough, in the last reading we did for Divine, we had 2 major arcana as well. So
True.
I think it's interesting. So the 4, wow, these are all really, really good.
I know.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
What
Let's
does that
see
mean?
what the Lenormand has to add to all of this. Hopefully something equally good. Oh, I don't understand.
Oh, does
So
she
we had
look
the
like...
gentleman in the last reading too, and now we have the lady.
For a minute, I thought you thought she was Victoria Winters from
Well,
Dark
because
Shadows.
of this, I don't understand.
Whoa.
Right.
Boss. Interesting.
I don't get it because everything looks good except for the Lenormand. So let's talk about this a little bit. Let's look at the 3 cards from the tarot. The 4 of Wands is upright, which indicates happy home life, or happy marriage, positive, just feeling really good about where you are right now in life, Shreya. If you don't feel that right now, it's coming. And it's like you feel like you...
This is Siama.
Oh, Siama. I'm sorry, Siama. I don't know why I said Shreya. Sorry. Siama. Getting my names wrong here. But at any rate, Siama, this is so positive. It feels like there's a sense that you are on the right track. You can step back and celebrate your progress and really kind of, take it all in, before you move forward. I'm going to stop. I'll just do a card at a time on this one.
Well, as a general reading, it's very well rounded. Did you go through the Empress?
I said I was just going a
I
card
see.
at a time. This
So
time.
I think what this is saying is the overall feel for the year or for what's going on in this time period we could be talking about
Right. It's general.
is a real sense of like it's time to kind of celebrate or appreciate where your life is taking you, especially if you're a hard worker or if the surroundings around you indicate that people are chipping in to do their best and provide and things like that. So I think this is saying there's this time coming where you're going to be able to appreciate what your work has brought you.
And there's a lot of ways to read the Empress card. Depending on the cards drawn and how, of course, we intuit it. I'm looking at the Empress with this card here and thinking to myself, this is a time for you to really appreciate the people around you. Give them a little love and, receive a little love from them. Enjoy their company. It's possible, too, that this 4 of Wands, this celebratory attitude, maybe you're going to be celebrating somebody else's success. Maybe that's what this is about. You're going to a wedding or you're going to a baby shower, just some very happy event. Or, like I said, this could be you, and enjoy the company of others and, celebrate your success with others, celebrate your progress with others if this is about you. The Empress is all about giving to others, and sometimes when we celebrate our success, that vibe is contagious, and it can motivate and provide others with enthusiasm too to to get on track with their goals.
So yes, it really looks like in connection with the first card, we're feeling that there's something like a lot of accomplishment happening here, and it's what you do for others. So it could be your role as a nurturing type person, but it's like maybe also to really tapping in to all of the very productive and creative parts of yourself and giving yourself a reason, to feel like you have fortified or you have brought accomplishment there because you actually have.
And you know what? Oh, Libra had said what's coming towards me, I'm pretty sure.
She did.
I
looked
saw
for
that
it.
in the beginning,
I looked
Violet.
I looked for it. It's there.
What's interesting here? I was really wondering about this, but I think with the Lover's card, I'm getting a little bit of a bigger picture of what might be happening here. I have a feeling that all of this is coming about because of some positive moves or choices you're making for yourself right now. You're doing the right thing. You're in the right headspace.
No problem.
What?
Nothing for you.
Okay. You're in the right headspace, and you just seem to be doing the right things. Now, I'm going to take this a step further here because I think these might be connected. And so what I'm thinking here is that even though you're making these moves, it may be kind of hard on you. It might be that you have to let something go or grieve some loss in order to, in the process of making these moves and changes that you are making, these decisions that you are making, this path that you are now treading that's much better for you. It's a little bit bittersweet, and it might have some lasting implications for you. So what I'm thinking here is you're either having to give up on a goal or dream to pursue something that's going to bring you more success and joy, and that could either be involving your relationships with others, or that could be involving your professional goals.
Well, maybe what the cross means in combination with the Lovers and the other cards is that you've chosen to accentuate what's best that you can do rather than maybe what you might be doing with or for others or other situations. And so maybe there's that sense of losing that because you realize, of course, it's going to be a better thing for you. And you're finding yourself in a way, that's maybe why the Lady card is there. In a way, it sort of is a minor analog to the Empress. But this is really about pursuing your own dreams and realizing that, you can make the right choices for that.
That's what we have for you. Wow. Good luck with that.
All right, Siama.
Good luck with that, Siama. Christine is up. Hi, Christine. Christine wants to know, will a new job offer be coming my way soon? All right. Using my Dancing in the Dark Tarot,
You're
which
welcome,
I brought out
Sarah.
today to do my Lions prediction. I really thought a lot of it was very interesting. I'll be curious to see how the game turns out with the cards I drew. All right.
Hi, Christine.
All right. Well, we're not starting off on the right foot. We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. But then we have the Knight of Cups upright. And we have the Moon. Is that the Moon? Yes, the Moon upright.
Okay.
Of course, the Howling at the Moon.
And in Lenormand, our first one is the Book. And that's followed by the Clover. How cool is that?
Wow.
So there's some really nice cards here, Christine.
Well, there's some mixed, little bit of a mixed bag. It seems as though, maybe a job, you want to know if a job offer is coming soon. So I'm wondering here if you're just worried about if you put, if you had an interview, if you're putting forth, if you're worried about whether you put your best foot forward on this, and that's kind of bothering you right now. Did you cover everything? Did you make it look like you really had the skills needed for this job? Or did it look like maybe you were lacking? Was this job a reach for you that you were trying for? And it may require you to get more education. When I'm looking at that Lenormand, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, actually, not to go totally back, but maybe I spoke too early, and I was going to say the same thing as Banshee said about the Eight of Pentacles. I wonder if that represents the idea that maybe you might hear that somebody feels, hi, Alicia.
Good to see you, Alicia.
Hey, Happy New Year. Thank you. That maybe you might hear from them, and that maybe, it is about the skill levels matching their job. But interestingly enough, I think I see you still moving towards something else that you're going to like more or as much. And you don't really know what it is yet. It may be a secret that's unfolding. That's the moon. It could indicate, just also an intense emotional feel towards it, which is also the Knight of Cups in a way.
The Knight of Cups is going for something, something he's passionate about. And, hopefully that's the job you went for here. But if not, this might indicate, like Mr. O said, that you might be moving on to something that really grabs you more. But I feel here that you are seeking, you are striving for this, you want it. I think this Knight of Cups is indicating how much you want it. But I have to say the moon is here, and the moon is reflecting to me, because this is the tarot moon, a little bit of uncertainty, there's just a bit of uncertainty how things are going to go. It's really a little bit unclear, which is why I wonder if we shouldn't do a quick yes-no,
sure,
just to see what the prospects are, that this is going to pan out. There is luck in showcasing your skills and showcasing your knowledge. I think here, the more you can show people, whether it's this job interview or it's a different one coming up, what I think that will bring you the best of luck here.
It could be that this overall, as it relates to your question, the experience is just really confirmed that, your skill levels really are better suited somewhere else, and that maybe through luck and your own, continued persistence, you'll move closer to that.
Yeah, we'll only take one more, Violet. That's it. And it's going to be a long one, so we're going to keep focused. I do want to do a quick yes-no. I think we could do it. And let's just see if a job offer will be coming soon.
Can you get those?
I got them. All right. Did you get the cough drops?
I did. I've already eaten one of them.
Oh, man.
It's going to be a long road. Did I have the other one somewhere? I'll use it.
It looks like my humidifier will need refilling soon, but it's not pumping out as much as it was.
I only grabbed one. Poor Mr. O. Okay, you're right, Violet. Mr. O.
Mr. O will take all the sympathy now. All right.
Or what my former secretary used to call it, empathetic something. And then she would tilt her head and bat her eyelashes and make a certain kind of pout. I wonder whatever happened to her. She married a doctor and moved away. I remember. Well, we did work in a hospital, so she had a lot of access.
Whoa, that came up fast. It's leaning towards yes, but there is a caveat here, Christine. You've got the Ace of Swords upright. I like that. You've got the Ace of Pentacles reversed. I sort of like that anyway. And that was while in the middle was the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So I wonder here if this job is not going to be, number one, long term for you, or number two, giving you the compensation you had maybe hoped for. Maybe there's something different about the contract or whatever that you will be working under. I'm not sure. But it does seem like there might be some financial issues or something that will make this job maybe not be long term. It might be something that ends up being just something that you'll want to move, like that the Knight of Cups that was in that other reason that maybe you'll want to move on from eventually.
Well, the Ten of Pentacles could also signify maybe sort of, oh boy, I lost it. I had it a moment ago. You took it away from me.
Me?
Yeah, because I was waiting for you to finish and then I forgot. It's kind of like not getting enough support, maybe either from this particular enterprise itself, like maybe they don't have a real good employee programs of sorts that make you feel like you're there.
You're part of the team. Yeah.
Right. So for that reason, maybe it may be something that you'll move on from. But yeah, they don't have a family approach, and maybe they're just there's a security thing. That's what I think it is. It's a sense of security too that maybe you won't feel there or won't really be promised at all. So you may move on.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Oh.
All right.
I need some sort of plug for this note. I need a spigot so I can just turn it on and off.
Well, Mr. O, your deck is up, and getting out my next deck though for. All right. So we are on Peacock Rainbow.
Hi, Peacock. It's coming.
Oh man, let's. Just gonna go. This will be a record for box of Kleenexes used.
It's a gusher. And then basically, my skin's sensitive enough as it is, but once I've been doing this for a couple of hours, my nose turns into raw hamburger.
All right. Anyway, let's hope we can get shuffling and moving. We got a big list
Hi,
here.
Peacock.
Hi, Peacock. Question: will any business happen between me and us in the near future if I show them my merchandise?
Okay. I'll do 3 cards, and then if we don't get a satisfying answer, we'll do a quick yes or no. Sound good?
All right.
And I'm going to use my Barbieri deck, which I like. You're welcome, Christine. Yes, me too. It's mostly just an allergy, so it feels miserable, but at one point, really, usually within a day, it peaks, and then it's just kind of like better.
Well, I'm going to bicker with Mr. O. I don't think it's just an allergy. I think something else is going on.
I know when I have a cold, and I know when I have an allergy.
Move on.
I am. Okay, so it's the sun reversed.
Oh, okay. That's all right. It's not bad.
I didn't say anything. I'm going to say it's justice reversed.
Okay.
Number 8. And then it's the King of Wands reversed. So they're all reversed. I'm ready to blow my nose again.
Okay, the King of Wands, and what's the first one again? Oh, it's the sun reversed. Well, it's hard to say that you will get a fair shake from us, that you will get the business from us with justice reversed here. I'm just wondering if he's really not looking at things in, he's not seeing things with the same exuberance or excitement that you are. And the King of Wands reversed here indicates to me that he may have just a real overly critical approach to this. He might be, I don't know, there might be something else driving this. I'm not really sure. It's kind of aggressive, but I guess I should put out my Lenormand too, because maybe that will show us. So we have the flowers, which is generally a good card, but then the rod or the whip. And you know, if you took a whip to some flowers, you'd kind of destroy them, you know? So I'm wondering here if maybe he's actually moving more aggressively on something else. It's kind of stealing your joy a little bit because he's decided either to work with someone else or to put something else ahead of working with your products.
Well, my feel with those tarot cards is that it's not a really great indicator that this is a good thing to happen. Towards your question, whether there would be a connection that would be fruitful or not. It may be something that feels harsh. So to me, in this case, the sun reverse sort of indicates tepid, lukewarmish feels. You know, it's not like the worst. He's not outright rude about it.
Right.
Maybe. But for some reason, he's just not disposed towards them. Justice reversed is kind of hard for me to read exactly in this area. It just could be saying they're hypercritical, you know, to some degree. So that may be what you're dealing with is a personality like that.
If you look at it with that,
yeah.
The King of Wands.
I actually don't know if I have any antihistamines upstairs or not. I generally just don't remember.
Well, you could run up
She
and look
asked.
at some point when I'm
Yeah.
shuffling, maybe.
Yeah.
Might help. And
So did you already do those?
I did.
Okay, so then that's kind of interesting because, of course, flowers have rods. You know, it's a component of the
Yeah, but if you whip them with a rod, they would fall apart.
Well, the flower itself, though, means
Joy.
a gift or a joy.
Gifts.
And so it is possible that maybe, my sense is that maybe there's a referral that might bear fruit eventually. Like maybe they just sort of say, well, we're not interested in this, but try them, you know. Or that somewhere along the way comes something that refers you towards something, and it feels like the sense of a gift because it's, you know, just sort of shows up at you. So I hope that's true. I hope that could happen, that something could provide you a different direction. But I think your basic question is, I'm not sure that it's going to pan with
At
us.
least not now. Leave it to Mr. O to find a silver lining. I kind of went negative on this because of the kind of more negative cards here. So the rods can be an aggressive card depending on what they're with. Now, the flowers are generally a good card. But if you look at them, you know, together, they don't seem to match up well. And so I almost feel like maybe this guy's criticism or things could, you know, steal your joy, make you not feel good about things. I don't know. I'm sure he won't be that brutal with you, but it's going to make you feel bad that maybe your product is going to not be, you know, he's not going to be that excited as you thought maybe he would be about working with you in some business capacity. So I don't know if we have to do a yes/no here at this time. Maybe it's just you need to develop more time and maybe scope out his this person's preferences more, and what they're looking for to see that, you know, you are a good match. These are some possible advice that I can give you right now. So that's what we have for you. I wish you luck with that. All right. And we are on Lilith, I believe. Am I right? Okay. Lilith asked, what should I know about the lack of communication from this person the past few days? Okay. Oh, they are an old client, so they should like your work. Uh, she wants a yes/no anyway.
Sure.
I'm gonna do it, but we're really kind of pressed for time, and I kind of thought that was the answer. Can you tell the ace is good in this deck? Because I don't want any
Probably.
stall. Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it quickly and
Looks
see
like
what
we're
we
having some
get.
buffering issues too.
We're gonna do a quick yes/no for Peacock Rainbow. Time is getting short here. We've still got quite a few readings. So
We're having major problems with the signal again.
our signal's wavering. If we lose you, we will come back.
Or
You
try
just
to.
and do the list in the same order. Just keep that in mind.
Right, so even if you don't come back, you could eventually come back and navigate your way there.
Is that an ace?
No, it's a 4, isn't it?
That's a 1. I'm just checking these. I didn't check that one. That's a 1.
You may have to start over. Okay, so it's leaning towards us. This is one of the reasons why sometimes we don't like to do these things, because you may get really
Conflicting
conflicting
results.
results.
But let's take a look. What is that last card? That's the deciding card. The two aces
It's the
mean
reversed 5 of Wands.
leaning towards yes, and that's not. Ah, that's interesting.
Too much competition.
There's a lot of competition here that seems to be a factor at play. But also, you know, with the 5 of Wands, somebody tends to be walking away from that, walking away from competition and maybe making a selection. So they might go your way, but they could also be walking away from you, you know, so...
Or this suggests that they're going to really have a hard time coming to you because there's this friction going on. There's maybe influences from some of these other possible contenders, that kind of thing.
Or you may decide to walk away from this. So it could be one or the other here. However, it's leaning towards yes, like it could still work out, but maybe there's going to be some problems along the way here. So I don't know what to tell you, Peacock. I would just say that there's a number of things that are going against it per our first reading, but it's possible something could develop. It just may not bring the joy to you that you thought it would. Maybe that's why, you know, those other cards were there too, the Lenormand. It just may not bring the joy to you you thought it would. Okay.
Thank you.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Peacock says spot on. Thank you. Appreciate that.
And Lilith, we got you now. Lilith asked, what should they understand or know about a lack of communication from a person in the past few days? So let's take a look at that. And I have my Mind's Eye Tarot.
You're welcome. I hope it works out for you too. You'll have to let us know.
I hope it does. Good luck with that.
Yeah, and we appreciate that feedback you gave us too. We like knowing when we're spot on.
Well, and when we're not. That's why if it
Or
all
when we're
works
not,
out
you're
and we
right,
were
yes.
wrong, do let us know. I can take it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Violet, especially around here. It's been pretty windy, so I've just been watching it. It just sort of goes back and forth between being stable and then not being that stable.
Did you say you had any up there?
I didn't say.
Okay.
There was something I was able to make
Use of.
use of.
Okay.
You get to know later.
Okay. So, we are on Lilith. Let's see about this lack of communication and what it might mean. Well, we have the Six of Pentacles reversed here. That's an interesting card. We'll talk about that in a minute. We also have the World reversed here. But we have the Ace of Cups upright. Oh, boy. So you do vaguely say it's about somebody who's not in contact. I don't know if this is a romantic interest or somebody you've had an interest in romantically. That might be key here with some of the cards. But let's take a look at this, because the Six of Pentacles does talk about something out of balance here. And that's clear that you want communication and you're not receiving it. There's no give and take going on here. There's no equanimity, and you're wondering what's wrong and what's out of sorts. But also, it's possible that this person's not in touch because something doesn't feel right in their communications or relationship with you.
I get that too, in a way. The idea that maybe they're not able to give at this time. But I'm wondering if maybe the World represents that there's, and you said what you should understand. I'm wondering if the World reverse represents that right now there are some other parts of their world that are kind of helter-skelter, upside down.
Well, but see, then I got that card, I wondered.
Yeah, that could just be saying that they have some amount of feeling. They want to start, a nice relationship. Not necessarily the, romantic one, but it just sort of feels like the other cards are blocking it. So here's what I got in Lenormand. The Sith. And once again, that letter.
Oh,
I'll put the Sith down here.
See, this is what's making me a little concerned. I'm just wondering if they feel not complete in some way, with communicating with you or starting something with you or moving forward with you right now. There's something that's just lacking that they feel, or something. Maybe, like Mr. O said, there is something else they need to take care of here. But see, what's really bothering me is this card. The Ace of Cups. Are they wanting to start this relationship with you or take it to another level or move forward? Or are they looking at someone else? Are they starting something else? Are they communicating with somebody else right now? Is there somebody else that they have been involved with that might be, interfering at this time too? And the reason I'm saying this is because the Lenormand is not very happy here about this situation either. It looks like, communications for now remain cut off. I mean, we've got the Psyche here in the letter, and to me that indicates communication breakdown.
Okay, thanks for clearing up. It is a possible romantic thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
So the feeling is like maybe it is one of two possibilities to me, that either something's going on in their life that sort of is pulling their attention away from that, but the Ace of Cups indicating, that maybe there's that interest still. Or the other thing is, like Banshee said, maybe there is somebody else, and so they are cutting communication with you because they've already decided something else is taking their attention or focus.
The Ace of Cups, is a very loving card. So, I mean, they may, in fact, have love in their heart for you, but, and maybe it is something else that they're passionate about that's taking them away. Because, again, the Ace of Cups can be the beginning of something new in their life, and it might be taking a lot of their attention and their joy elsewhere right now. I'll say that as a possibility, but I can't rule out that there could be something else going on. So, just...
And she kind of mentions that. Right at the end.
With someone in the recent past. So maybe there's something up there. So I think that for now, communications are kind of flat. Hopefully that will change, but I can't see it here. I mean, Maybe the ace, maybe it will change, but getting this in the Lenormand wonders if makes me wonder if this is going to continue for a while. So I wish you luck with that, Lilith. Good luck with that. I hope we're wrong. Hey, Preeti.
General reading. Okay. Use my Secrets Tarot.
General reading. Okay.
Thanks, Lilith. I hope so too.
You need a Kleenex.
I know.
Go for it.
I'm very, very conscious of this.
What a bummer.
I took something, so hopefully it'll start working. I never expect them to work immediately.
No, they don't, yeah. Except somebody like me who can't swallow a pill, and when you have to crush or break them up, they enter your
That's
system
different.
a lot faster.
That's different.
I prefer to take the real liquids or things that, are made for that.
So one of
People
our
like
friends is back.
me. Yeah?
The upright Four of Wands
Oh,
has
that's been
returned
showing up a bit.
for
yeah.
Preeti.
Okay.
And then the reversed Death, which is not exactly that good.
Oh, gosh.
Also the reversed Ace of Cups.
Ouch.
So
Well,
just
sadly,
that. Coffin. And fish.
wow, this is just not a great reading. Well, it is and it isn't. What a mixed bag in a way. But it's leaning more negative than positive, I feel here, Preeti. You've got the Four of Wands here, and I'm wondering, what is this joyous celebratory card doing with the rest of this mess? And I can only say that this is a time, the Four has other meanings besides the joy and the celebration. This is a good time for you to really start focusing on, building a more solid foundation in some area of your life, whether it is business or pleasure, because I see business here having some problems in the having problems in the business sphere and having problems in the emotional sphere as well. And so, I feel here you have to try to build a solid foundation. You're not feeling the joy right now. Maybe that's why this card is here. Something is not bringing you joy that it should. And it's maybe because you feel stuck, like things are not moving for you in some sector of your life. I'll stop there.
Be able to go.
I know, well, just take your time. I understand.
Well, I feel a lot of what Banshee said with the first card, the Four of Wands, that you've been working hard on having your foundation, creating a foundation, or enjoying your foundation, but yet still, in some ways, you sort of feel like it hasn't exactly done for you what you wanted. Like it feels materially fine in certain ways, but it's not bringing you maybe emotional joy. And if this is not about a structure, a physical structure, then it could be just about, the concept of your home in general, the people that make up your home life or whatever that is. And maybe you feel that somehow conditions there, or because of that, they kind of resolve you to lose your morale or to not feel as interested in putting your best foot forward, as they say.
Well, with the coffin here and the fish, it really kind of feels to me like you feel a sense of lack right now. That an abundant life has come to an end, and I feel like there's kind of a malaise or a depressed feeling here that's blocking change from happening, Preeti. And I think things can change for you, but the attitude has to be adjusted, and you have to be willing to make some big major changes in order to and build a more solid foundation in the area of your life that you're not getting joy out of right now. I want to keep it open because I want you probably know what area this might be for you, but it sounds like it could be business, but I can't rule out the interpersonal area either.
So the coffin was first, and then the fish.
Yep.
The fish talks about your material success, and I think that there's a balance going on between some of that and then your emotional enjoyment of that. And so maybe this makes you question or feel like it's still not satisfying, that it still doesn't bring to you exactly what you're looking for. There's a sense of disappointment.
So that's what we have for you. I only have 2 more boxes of those Kleenex, by the way.
I'm sorry.
I don't know why I didn't get the larger boxes when I shopped. I should have. I should have saw this coming.
There's a lot of things I don't know.
All right, so that's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Preeti. Do you have the other Lenormand? Oh, it's there. I'm not used to being behind. Sorry. Okay. Let's move on to Viddy.
Well, thank you for all the bless yous and countings of sneezes. 2 to 3 is about the norm, but there have been times, not in recent times, where I've done 4 or 5. It was a different library I worked at, and it wasn't allergy related. It was just, that was when I knew something was going on, changing with me. Dust seemed to affect me more. Without having a cold or an allergy, I could sneeze 4 or 5 times in a library I worked at. Imagine that.
Viddy's question is, what qualities do people appreciate about me?
Okay.
I'm using my tarot for the great outdoors.
And my nose is very sore. The skin.
You've been blowing it constantly.
I can't help it.
No, I mean, that's why it's sore. I know you can't help it. I have so been there. But see,
I can't
I have
suck
a
it back into
problem
my
with
head.
cold sores. And whenever I have a cold or an allergy where I'm running constantly like that, I will get a cold sore in my nose. It never fails. And they're painful. They're awful.
Yeah, I just get very raw nose and very irritated.
All right, let's see what we have. So what qualities do they appreciate? So I can look at the bad cards in a different light. And I like this question. Let's take a look at this here. And this isn't a bad card even though it's reversed. It's the 4 of Swords reversed. It's the 7 of Swords reversed. That's interesting. Oh, and look who's back. Want to guess? I said who.
Oh, I can't remember. Knight of Coins. Oh, the Empress. Okay.
Yep, it's the Empress.
Okay, and
Oh,
here's our rod again with the heart.
what? I don't understand that.
I do.
Well, let's take a look here. Well, I do, but in the context of the question.
Yes,
What qualities do people appreciate about you? Well,
you love to move fast. Heart in the wall.
you move fast towards what you're passionate about. Okay. That's kind of nice, Mr. O. I thought of something really horrible, so. But let's move on here first, because the Four of Swords is here, and I think the Four of Swords reversed is saying what people appreciate with you, and it's funny you said move fast, because this is about moving. This is about movement. You don't let anything keep you down for long. I get the feeling that's what this card is about here. You're able to just get yourself up and move forward. It's kind of like they appreciate your resilience.
Okay, right, because let me see the question again.
What do people appreciate
The qualities,
about qualities? Yeah.
Well, it's sort of like being able to come back from being down under, like sort of like when people have sort of put you down or negated you in certain ways, you seem to be able to rise back up. You're able to heal yourself or repair situations that may have taken you out of the action.
And the Seven of Blades reversed was second. Seven of Swords. Do you have a thought on that?
Okay, so it's reversed. This could be saying that people feel they can't necessarily fool you, that you're usually able to
see the light.
See the light or see through certain lies or things like that. So people like the fact that you have a BSometer, as they say. You have a bullshit detector.
Wow, I like that. I was kind of stumped here, but when he said that, it just occurred to me that what this is saying is that, people can't pull one over on you very easily. You can see through people. You can, and hey, that might make actually some people around you a little bit nervous, but I think people like that about you, and that maybe also that you're not afraid to speak your truth. You're not afraid to hold back what you feel.
Well, a lot of people could end up trusting you, and then a lot of people would say, I know better, I can't really fool you.
Yeah. And finally, with the Empress upright, I think they think you're a very caring person. I think that they feel you have, that you can put your imagination to good use. In other words, it's not just head in the clouds kind of thinking, that you're a creative thinker and you know how to make things happen with it. And that you care a lot about things and people.
It kind of resonates a little bit to the Four of Swords reversed, because it is about saying, getting up and doing stuff. In this case, it may not be the implication is about yourself, but it could also be too a little bit that what people like about you is that what you get involved in is growthful for yourself as well as for them.
And finally, with the Lenormand, it's, I was almost going to say that people might think you can be a little bit hard-hearted sometimes. That was where I was going with this because of that rod with the heart here. But,
Tough
in the...
love?
Right, I was just going to say that. But in the context of this reading, it's because sometimes you have to give a little tough love to others. So in that sense, it's something that they can appreciate about you. See, that's where I was going with it in the beginning. But yes, perfect.
My mom and her mom were a lot like yours, Victoria. That was it. Whiskey, tea, and honey, lemon, whatever.
I don't think I have any whiskey in the house.
So,
maybe some Fireball.
I'm not going to modify what I said there, but I
Sorry.
feel like maybe this is saying, to some degree, another quality maybe is the fact that it just reinforces the idea of the no bullshit taken, the idea of tough love in a way too. So I made some chicken soup, and I still have plenty of it. So
And he's going to have some
we're going to
later.
have it, yeah.
Yes.
And I make it myself, and I usually use celery and carrots too.
We're going to have soup and salad tonight. We've been eating kind of heavy lately, as spaghetti yesterday was awesome. And so we're going to have a salad either with salmon or chicken strips in it to go along with the soup.
Please stop. I took a med when I went away, and I just have to wait for it to start working. And I have the kind of system that my liver doesn't process all chemicals very well. So I can't take things with codeine in them, for example, which could be a NyQuil, I don't know, because they make me vomit. So I'm a grown ass man. I'm 68. I know how to take care of myself. Thank you, though.
I'm going to roll my eyes on that one. But you know what? He's in better health than me, so I do have to give him credit for that.
I don't know about that.
He takes colds very hard, and always has. And he gets some bad ones.
I don't have a lot of medicinal things that can help me for pain or for certain other things.
Yeah.
I can't do most pain medications. So
it's because he had some liver damage as a child. So
my liver doesn't process certain medications.
He has to watch what he ingests. And so it can be tough sometimes.
A nurse friend of ours said, "Oh, take Claritin." This was a good 30-some years ago. Claritin works. And it did work 2.5 times. And then it didn't work anymore. So another thing about my system is that sometimes it just sort of negates the medicine altogether or negates whatever it's supposed to do.
Well, the other thing we really need around here is I wish I had the Vicks I could put in the steamer, in the thing.
Things like that are helpful. Vicks is helpful.
It would be very helpful right now, and I don't think I have any in the house. But
oh, that's good to know, Violet. Thank you. Usually, anything that makes me a little woozy, I'm suspect about.
But I have an immunity tea he should have later, or I have a eucalyptus tea. Might help. So
we're going to move the live stream upstairs to the bedroom, and she's going to bring up some chicken noodle soup and the tea, and we'll still read cards up there, and I'll sniffle a little bit, but I'll be fine.
Well, so we're done with Viddy. That was an interesting reading. And thanks for the question. That was a really good question. Now we are moving on to Angel Rivera. Hi, Angel Rivera.
And there was a question. I think I saw it somewhere.
Oh, wait.
There it is.
I am at the reference desk only being asked them if they can draw an oracle. Spirit message for the week.
And I didn't bring an oracle. Only you do.
Let's see what the season of the witch has for you. I'll use this one again today. Because it's blue like my shirt.
Well, speaking of which, Victoria, didn't you come to one of the witching hours? Didn't you come to the last one?
Yes.
We're going to have one more. We're doing We're doing it at the end of January.
We're done with the witching hour. Sorry.
It's right. We are done with it. Our last one, we wanted to do 4 because it was quarterly. So we are doing a witching hour on Monday, January 29th at 3 a.m. So it's actually Sunday night going over into Monday.
You can tell I'm looking forward to that. Oh, you can always donate for a reading, Cindy, but we do have a pecking order. We still put you at the bottom of the list right now. So I apologize for that. We will add you. You would be our last reading for today. We always do our moderator last, though, so you'd be the second from the last reading. Whether you donate or not today, we will do this reading for you. But if you can't wait, type your question and Violet will be sure to put it in and you can review the video later. Just knowing you're right almost at the tail end of our show. And thank you for offering a donation. We appreciate that. There's ways to do it. Did Mr. O post that? Yeah, there it is on Nightbot.
But if you're asking if we bump you up the list because you donated, we don't have a mechanism for doing that right now, so we're not doing that.
Not at this time. That time may come.
That time may come.
Sooner than not.
We know that some of our fellow or comrade readers have systems like that. We're not quite there yet.
All right, Angel Rivera, let's see.
You're the last person, Cindy. Your reading will be the second to last one.
Wow, how timely, Angel Rivera. You got the card of Aquarius, because the sun is about to enter Aquarius this Saturday. Interesting. And it says the keywords are visionary, individuality, and risk-taking. All right. So Aquarius energy is all about vision and independence. The answer to your question cannot be found in your past or in what is familiar, and will require you to take some risks. Try something new or find a favorable outcome. While you may wish to seek additional guidance or have considered opinions from people you trust, this card indicates the way forward is for you and you alone to decide. Give yourself a chance to go after what you want, even if it feels unrealistic or impossible. Naysayers may consider your actions reckless, but that's only because they can't see the possibilities that are so clear to you. Perhaps because this is your contribution to the world or gift that is meant specifically for you. New ideas, unconventional means, and eclectic partnerships are favored when this card is received. Don't be afraid to stand out due to concern about looking silly. Pulling this card is a fortuitous sign that fortune favors the bold. Boy, do I like that.
So how bold is this? Storks. Anchored to storks. So it almost seems like the only reward for good work is more work.
Well, I think you're anchored to change and new beginnings. You're anchored towards, this is like putting this vision towards something you've always wanted to start maybe, and imagining the possibilities and not selling yourself short. Because as they say, fortune favors the bold. So anchor yourself in this idea that you can start anything, you can try anything, you can do anything. I think that's the message of the card. It's very positive and to me, very Aquarius-like. But also it does say here, because Aquarius is about is like in the social sector of our charts too, in a way. And so I feel here that it might be saying that, you can get advice from others, you can listen to the opinions of others, but ultimately, this journey, this adventure is your own. And, take their advice for what it's worth, but that doesn't mean that you should not pursue your goals and possibilities.
All right.
So we have for you, good luck with that.
All right, Kara has asked, I had a dream of someone say it's time to take the oath.
What?
Then I woke up and trying to figure out who and what god. Then today seen Odin's pics and name. What does Odin want me to oath to? You're welcome, Angel.
Okay, well that sounds like my reading. What does he want? Well, why is it important?
Why don't I be really audacious and use the Olympus Greek Pantheon?
Oh.
No, I won't do that. But it was a thought.
You're welcome, Angel. You're welcome.
It was a thought. Yes, it was a thought. It was a thought. However, what I will do is use my Todd Alcott's Horror Tarot. I used it for the first time yesterday.
Oh, he's got the Horror Tarot out.
Yes, and my nose is running like crazy again.
Yeah, don't get anything on those cards.
The special secretions.
Oh my goodness.
My special sauce. My goodness.
So it's a cool deck. I really like it. It's a very nostalgic
I showed it
look
to them
at
at
horror.
work and they really liked it. One of my coworkers was more aware of some of this horror genre convention stuff, but the other one wasn't really. But it has like old time, sort of re-envisioned old time horror art.
And if you haven't seen Mr. O's unboxing of it, you should take a look.
Yes, absolutely. It's on our YouTube channel if you like horror stuff. Go check it out. So what was that question again? Oh, what does Odin want you to oath to? Should I do your 1, 2, 3?
That's what I'd say.
Okay. Are you ready, Kara?
I like the backs. That's cool. I like the color.
Yes. The reversed Four of Cups.
Whoa.
Well, Odin wants you to figure it out for yourself, maybe.
Well, Odin thinks you already know what you need to get moving on. You know, he knows. He thinks you
He
know.
sees you when you're
or
sleeping.
that Odin wants you to keep your eyes peeled because an opportunity.
He can only keep an eye peeled.
Oh man, Mr. O's gonna be full. Oh, he must be feeling better under his meds here, even though he's still blowing that nose. But at any rate, this is saying that Odin maybe feels that, you know, you need to keep your eyes open because an opportunity is going to present itself that you should not let pass you by.
What she said.
And why is this important?
Totally. Why is this important? The reversed wheel of fortune. It's important because
It can change your luck.
this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. This is something, if you miss it, it may never be able to come around again.
How wild. No, I mean, I feel here that it could also change your luck. It could change your destiny. You know, taking this oath, it's in whatever to this opportunity, dedicating yourself to some new opportunity that comes your way for growth, you know, could change your life.
Just as long as Odin says, take an oath to go and slay false tarot readers.
My goodness, Kara, this almost sounds like epic stuff.
So where does this lead to, my dear?
Oh no. So far all reversed cards, but what?
It's a monster! It's the Seven of Wands.
Well, it's not going to be easy for you, but it seems like it's going to take you to a higher place, to more firm, solid ground, above the fray, you know, above us little people.
Like the monster said, fire good. No, I don't think he said that. Fire bad. No, but, you know, as an allegory, the Frankenstein monster fighting off angry villagers, this could be saying that really, no matter who doesn't appreciate what you're doing or looks at you as an odd critter of some sort, you're going to be able to hold your own. You might even be able to smite them a little bit.
I think this is a really cool deck. I want
love it.
one. But at any rate, I really do like this card because it also says that, you know, you will find yourself on firm, stable ground, and also you will show people your power, you know, that you are empowered, that you have power, because Frankie there sure does have power. All right. Well, let's see what the Lenormand can add to this.
I am not stoned on what I took. I doubt it. No, it was actually after many years of...
Did you, Angel? He's got the deck.
Of course you do, yes.
Yeah, it is very cool.
Do you like it? I like it for its old school conventions, you know. One suit looks like Famous Monsters of Filmland. One looks like EC Comics.
Wow, look at this. Back
More
is the
storks,
stork.
more storks.
And
The key.
this new opportunity could be a new beginning for you. It is key. It
Yeah.
is key to keep your eyes open. You know, it may be something you see on Twitter. It may be something you see on TV. It may be something else you get in a dream. You never know where these kind of things can come from. So that's why I say, if something hits you, you know, that, hey, this is saying that maybe I should do this. You see some sort of allegory, some sort of metaphor, some sort of sign.
Clearly, whether you see a sign or not, understanding this when it does happen, when it actually comes to you and says, here it is, what are you going to do with it? It is the key. So you have to consider this new beginning. And that's what it could be, is that not only is it an oath you're taking, but it's something that really starts you off in something new. Ultimately, that will pitch you against the naysayers or the people who maybe have been trying to sack you all along. Maybe it just is a chance for you to not get revenge so much, but just do better.
Well, I don't want to get too dramatic here, but that was
I
quite
do.
a power reading.
I loved
here.
it, yes.
Holy cow. Good luck with that, Kara.
Good luck, Kara.
And those were spot on, Mr.
I like
O.
them a lot. I'm so glad I have them.
All right, so what the heck is my next deck? I used the Great Outdoors. All right, so I brought out my Radiant, what is it called? Radiant Wilds Tarot? I forget. But this nice, shiny, sparkly, abstract one. And we are on Critica. Critica. Yeah, when I saw that, I said it's so reminiscent of the Pulp Tarot.
Yes.
You know, and it's nostalgia and presentation, the way it was presented.
And it's mine!
And it's his. And who bought you that?
You. No, my son.
Your son did.
Yes.
And I didn't even have to tell him to get that one for you. It's a good thing I didn't buy it for you because, believe me, I had thought about it.
He's a quick study. I'm going to sneeze again. You're welcome, Kara.
All right. So do we have a question for Katika?
Yes.
Where,
Might have
I
to
see
scroll
it.
back to it.
Who will I marry? Oh, should we do 2 and 2? I guess so.
Sure. I'm going to just keep sneezing for a while, so
Yeah, I guess
don't mind me. All right. Thanks, Kritika.
So the first one will be
Amit Kumar.
Amit, and the second one will be Anavesh.
All right, and I will pull 2 Lenormands for each as well.
All right. Let's look at Amit and the possibilities here. Wow. This came up again.
I'm sorry. It's not going to be easy.
The 4 of Cups reversed. And it's another 4. The 4 of Swords upright.
All right, do you want those Lenormands?
Yeah,
Okay, so let's put that up there then, I think.
I think so.
And the first one is the flowers and the scythe, which is definitely pointing away.
It's pointing away.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting to me. I think with Amit, there's opportunity here. There's an opportunity, but it's almost as if, I don't know if you had some problems or there's some communication difficulties, or maybe you guys have just some differences, you know, in your outlook on things, the way things should be or go. I feel here that there's an opportunity here possibly to do some healing, you know, here. Some healing might be necessary, and there might be an opportunity to do so when I look at those 2 cards together. But I think it's almost going to be required if you have to iron out some sort of differences in order to make this relationship work. And it would do a lot to bring more joy back into this. It might make you feel that this is the right choice or cut, I want to say, if you can do this. But there's something that just still doesn't seem quite right with this relationship.
Well, I know you've mentioned Amit Kumar a few times in your questions, so there was already, you know, something going on, a connection of some sort. And I feel like what those tarot say, the 4 of Cups reversed and the Sword of Swords, is maybe there's been a pause, or there should be a pause for the consideration and ultimate, you know, making a choice, or that maybe Amit has asked for that, or maybe you have asked him for that, to pause for that consideration. So then, in a way, when I'm looking at the scythe and the flowers, it seems like the flowers is what brings joy, and maybe this is saying that you're looking at a certain choice that might take that joy away, or that you're wondering if you would be losing your joy if you chose otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, I feel here that healing has to take place. Maybe there needs to be some pause, or like Mr. O said, maybe there has been already. There's an opportunity maybe to move past this. You have to work at whatever it is that's stealing your joy, or maybe Amit's joy. You know, there has to be something that will make you both feel better about, you know, being together for the long term. So it's not impossible. And as a matter of fact, as I looked at the next two cards, it may in fact be your best choice here. Anavesh looks a little bit more problematic. We have the star reversed here. I'm going to put that out in a minute, or he will. And also the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So the star reversed was first, Mr. O, for Anavesh, and then the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So let's see your Lenormand before I go off on this one.
So the first one is the dog.
Oh.
And followed by the fox.
Well, I don't know. You know, there's some negativity here that's hard for me to get past. Either this could just be because you're feeling very uncertain about whether this can happen. You know, you're feeling pessimistic that this will take place. Or you're worried about this not being the right destiny for you, that, you know, this may prove unlucky to you, or, you know, that it may not work out over time. That's kind of what I'm feeling here with Anavesh. And when I look at the fox and the dog, it's almost as if it would, you know, it's almost as if saying to me it would be smarter to keep this more platonic than getting more seriously involved or wanting to marry Anavesh. You know, that it might be the smarter way to go to just be remaining friends or acquaintances. I feel here, too, this could also mean, though, that, you know, I question the possibility here with these negative cards that they could remain loyal to you. That the fox here could be sneaky behavior. You know, that they might not be a loyal partner.
Well, as we like to say, this one, Anavesh, seems to have some red flags. And I have some slight differences from what Banshee says, but it's mostly to the same result. It feels like there's a sense of despair or bad luck around Anavesh. Like maybe there are just certain things going on that they have no ability to control, that they're maybe at the behest of somebody else who maybe, you know, doesn't have their best interest at heart. And I don't know if that's, you know, a boss or a parent or somebody else. It could just be themselves, that maybe they don't see themselves being more positive and progressive and open-minded there, and so they're sort of feel like they're a bad luck, and they may be attracting bad luck to themselves. To me, I think it's possible that they would be a good friend regardless, but I'm not sure that they would be anything more. And I do feel too that maybe ultimately, though, with the fox, this is saying that that friendship may be conditional to some degree, and that they may move on to some other interest of some sort.
So I almost think Amit is the more likely option here.
Yes.
It's not totally certain the outcome of either of these, to be honest with you, but I really feel here there's more potential possibly for something to work out here than here. So good luck with that. I wish you luck.
Good luck.
We have to move on, and we are on Victoria.
Victoria. General reading for the next 6 months. No mice, no mice.
Looking for the silver lining. You don't ask for a lot. All right, your deck.
I know, I was trying to decide which one I wanted to use. I'm going to use my Olympus Tarot.
Yeah, sorry, so we are packed solid today. Ooh, we had a nice turnout today.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so our first card for Victoria is the upright Six of Wands.
Aww. That's the upright Six of Wands. Nice.
Upright Judgment.
Whoa. What's going on here?
And upright Ten of Coins or Pentacles. The Heart.
And
The House.
the heart in the home. Wow. This is pretty awesome, Victoria. I don't know if you're planning on moving or just things are really going to stabilize. You're going to feel very happy where you are at right now with your home up and coming. Next 6 months, things are really happy in your home life. You know, working from home, obviously, being at home, creating a better environment for yourself. If not, finding a home that you will love, okay? I see that here. And also the Six of Wands and the Judgment. You know, to me, it looks like finally you feel like you're at a point where people are valuing your contributions in some way. Whether this is at work, whether this is with your paranormal work, whether this is with, you know, your social life in a way too. I can't necessarily rule that out, but people are valuing you, you know, for what you can contribute. And, you know, people are looking at you as if you've reinvented yourself in some way. You know, I kind of get that here from the Judgment card. The Ten of, I'm just going through it, man. The Ten of Pentacles here is indicating to me that financially, it seems like things are really stabilizing in your financial and career sector. And this could be for a good little while, that things seem to be on a more stable course. I like it.
I'm not seeing the Pharaoh cats, but oh, you're talking about
She
your
went
Pharaoh
outside,
cats,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But I agree with Banshee mostly. I think the Six of Wands suggests that there's something in you that is a potential or actual quality that people see in you that maybe didn't see you before, or will see you during the course of the 6 months. It does allow you to either reinvent yourself or to rediscover what you think your guiding principles should be. You know, you're walking on sunshine or floating on the air like they are in the Judgment there. You're basically moving to a position where you want to be seen. You know, those people down there in the scene below are just sort of stupefied by what they see there. And that's what you want. You want to be able to be seen as something really different, a cut above. And so the Ten of Pentacles indeed sort of also suggests the need for you to feel socially, or maybe just more in the personal sense, really founded in your home, really secure, really feeling financially everything is clicking, and you feel like you have what you want in your home life. It's not talking so much about the social life that you ask there, but it is kind of good, or it could be extrapolated to some degree.
Well, I brought it up, and, you know, and you're questioning social life. What's that? Is that what you were saying? Well, you know, I do feel here that maybe this heart could indicate romance in the next 6 months. This is a reading for 6 months, and that it could be a person you find that makes you feel really comfortable. You know, you feel really comfortable being around them, so secure. It could be a nice little romance here. It's possible. I don't necessarily see it with these other cards, so I'm just throwing that in there as another possibility. So good luck with all of that.
Well, I didn't
Sounds
really
great.
weigh in on the Lenormand,
Go ahead.
but I feel that with the heart being the first one and the home being the second one, it's really clear to me that you know you'll be happiest when you feel that sense of your home life being secure, complete, which was sort of what we were talking about with the Ten of Pentacles. So it may not be showing us that there is a road towards something romantic necessarily, but it is about something you really value and want for yourself, and something that brings great emotional care for you.
In a general reading, if I see both worlds kind of showing up in some way there, I'll bring it up. But I liked what I said in the beginning about your home life, too. I think that's very possible here. And like what he's pointing out with the Ten of Pentacles as well, you know, that seems likely what it's talking about. So good luck with that. Sounds good. Sounds like a complete change from some of your cards, you know, you've had in the past from us. This new year is bringing new stuff.
All right.
Good luck with that. Well, I hope you find the home of your dreams, which I know in this housing market would be kind of hard to do. It's a very bad housing market right now, and I know Texas has its own issues with home prices and taxation and home insurance, etc., all of that.
So Libra wants to know what's coming towards them.
Yep. Okay, and I am going for my, I guess I got the Sufi Tarot now. I really like this deck. It's so beautiful. It's just a handful, though. I'm thinking of bringing out some of my more far out there decks, like the Hip Chick Tarot might come back. I'm thinking about that one. I might bring out my Pulp Fiction Tarot. I've been thinking about that one again, too. Oh, they're falling there now? That's good to hear. The housing prices. So Libra wants to know what's coming towards them. That sounds like my reading.
Yes.
All right. What's coming towards Libra? Ooh, it's a death card. Malit. Or Majit. I can't quite see.
Right, Malit. So, of course, one at a time, right? So, of course,
Yes.
what this means, Libra, is that there is change coming.
Change is coming. Big changes. Hopefully positive changes. Changes that could put you in a better place. Usually when the death card is upright, you know, it's telling you change is necessary. Nobody likes to hear that. But when it's upright, the change is something you really need. Something that will make things better in your life. Something that, you know, ultimately you'll wonder why you might have been resistant to in the past.
You took the words out of my heart.
Okay, so why is this important, speaking of heart? It's the Ten of Cups. Chase the rainbow.
Well, it's important because you want to find what makes you truly happy. You want to find a real happiness that is not just romantic, is not just familial, is not just love of career or love of God or whatever. You want something that is the whole thing.
Right, so why is this change important? Because it can bring you a happy ever after, you know? Isn't that the Ten of Cups in a way? The happy ever after card. It can bring you to a place that you've only dreamt about, you know? Something that finally feels like everything fits. Everything is perfect in my world. But
Where will
that's
it lead
all
to?
well and good, but where are things really heading? Oh my gosh, you have 3 upright major arcana cards.
So you have the Emperor.
Yes. So where is this heading? To having more control in your life? To having, you know, more of a sense of of that your life is now in your own hands now. You are the master of your destiny, and you have put yourself in a very good position.
Right. This is like really saying, you're going to achieve what you want. The emperor really is above a king. The emperor is somebody who commands kings. The emperor is somebody who has such a total control over a far range landscape of things. So where this leads to is really you coming totally into what you want.
Mr. O is off tomorrow too because of the holiday.
When I started at my municipal job many years ago, I started on July 3rd, and July 4th, I was immediately off because, of course, it was a holiday. So just like you, Victoria.
So let's see what the Lenormand brings to Libra here.
Yes. A bear.
Wow. Talk about that with the Emperor card.
And fish. Bears eat fish.
Gee, Libra, I don't know if anything's going on in your workplace, because, or with getting a new job, or maybe even trying to tackle a project or goal that could bring you more money, but this is a time to find your power financially and otherwise. I don't know if all of this is relating to that, but it could also just mean that you're going to be feeling your power big time through all of this that's transpiring here. Accepting the changes that you know are necessary for growth, because they will take you to a far, far better place than you could have imagined. And it's allowing you to regain control and have power in your life, like in abundance here. Holy cow. This is like Kara's reading, very powerful.
Working towards, this thing that will strengthen you allows you to push yourself towards the success you've really been wanting to, the fish.
Wow, so good luck with that. I had a couple jobs that didn't get that day off either, or they would have you
substitute it.
They would have you substitute for community work. So one way or another, you were working on that holiday, and I usually ended up at work. It's not that I don't volunteer. I volunteered for things in the past, but I usually would end up working that day or taking it off as a vacation day. All right.
I'm actually 2 degrees from Dr. Martin Luther King. I know 3 people who, from the same family, the family of Dr. Anderson, who was the chief of medical education at one of the hospitals I worked at. I later knew his daughter, and I also knew his son, who's a surgeon somewhere out in Las Vegas. And I was really good friends with his daughter. I won't mention their name, but she shared pictures of me because Dr. Anderson worked with Dr. King on civil rights back in the day, and I have pictures of them together as young men. It's very fascinating. So I'm 2 degrees from Dr. Martin Luther King.
All right, it's 3:55. We're rolling with Scorpio. Scorpio
Indeed.
is up. Hey there.
Are Robert's feelings growing towards me? Should I do a yes or no?
Yeah, why not?
Let's just do that. I'm using the Secrets Tarot.
I think that's a good one for this. Are their feelings growing towards you? Yeah, it's so cold tomorrow, honestly. Yeah, Angel. Ugh.
I was
It's going to be
supposed
really
to
horrible.
meet somebody in the morning, and I think I'm going to call it off due to feeling this way and not really wanting to get out there in the cold.
Yeah, I don't think she'd appreciate you snorkeling in front of her, even if it is just an allergy.
You got it.
Holy cow.
Boy, that one wanted to jump out at me.
Maybe.
It's leaning towards yes, but there's another binary thing in the middle there, or at the end there, which is the Hierophant reversed. But we did get 2 aces.
Actually, it's not a bad card. The Hierophant isn't a bad card either
Right.
way. It
How's
can
the
be.
question go again?
Actually, it can be either way, a good or a bad card, depending on the other cards around it. But since this is a yes, I'm leaning that way. And let's take a look at this.
The Rider and the Heart.
Right? So if you're wondering if their feelings are moving towards you, we've got the Rider here, which is all about movement, and the Heart. And so I kind of feel like maybe they are. Maybe they are shifting and improving. Maybe they're feeling it. But it may not be completely apparent to you. With the Hierophant here, I kind of wonder if maybe they're not expressing that in an orthodox way that you can really get a sense of. They may be showing it in other subtle ways or different ways right now. And so it can be a little bit confusing, but I get the feeling that maybe something has shifted to the positive here. What do you think?
I feel that shift because of the Rider and the Heart.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. And I feel like, the general idea that it looks like, yes, the 2 aces, yes. So with the Hierophant, what I see there, the Hierophant reversed, this could be saying that maybe in some ways they don't want to be easy to guess. They sort of want to surprise you, or they sort of want to sort of play this vagary game with you so that you feel like, well, I like them, but where are we really going?
Exactly.
That's what I think it could be. So you will find out, though. I don't know exactly when, but...
Well, I'm wishing you the best on this. I think this looks kind of positive. I really do.
It's probably going to be sooner than later that
Yeah, it's a
this will
positive
manifest.
vibe, even though it's just a maybe yes. It's maybe yes leaning towards some change has occurred. Some positive change has occurred. Is it enough? I guess you'll find out. So good luck with that. And we are on Shreya.
Hi, Shreya. My
My
ex is getting married.
tomorrow. I still miss him. He doesn't know about this. I just need advice for my future. How should I get myself together? Understood. I get that. That's kind of rough. Sorry you're going through the feels. I'm sure you are.
Speaking of relationship questions, I do relationship questions on Fridays.
You readings, not questions.
Readings, right.
Yeah. It's all right.
For the elemental signs of the zodiac. So it is pretty good information because it kind of runs along the idea of what's coming towards you, why is it important, and where will it lead to. And it's Fridays at 7 a.m. And I'm sorry to hear that, Shreya. I'm sure, it doesn't feel good.
No, that doesn't, I'm sure. Well, you got some work to do. I've already snuck a peek here, but it's not bad. It's just that, we got to work at it when we've got to pull ourselves together. So the first card is the 7 of Cups reversed, which is really interesting under the circumstances here. And then the 8 of Pentacles upright. And the 6 of Laurels or Pentacles also upright. So, you're feeling the feels here, but it's clearly time for you to choose a new direction. The 7 of Cups is reversed here. So, you can choose to feel bad, and you do need to grieve. You need to grieve the loss you're feeling. So absolutely do that. But this is also saying it's time for you to choose a new direction. That's how you start to get it together, is start imagining new possibilities for yourself and selecting something. Maybe not something that's unreachable, little things that can put you on a different path right now and make you start to feel better about yourself.
A lot
I'll
of times,
stop. I'll go one card
sure.
at a time.
A lot of times, this card does talk about the fact that we have options. That options have been offered to us, or that there are possibilities that we can investigate for ourselves. And this is saying exactly what she says, that you need to think about choosing a path forward for yourself. It could involve, you seeking another relationship, or it could just involve you moving on, healing yourself, and being open for what comes next.
Other interests to occupy your mind right now too, beyond just relationships. Because there's work that needs to be done to get yourself there. It's clear you're feeling a lot right now, you're going through it. But, if you work at this, if you truly believe in yourself and trust that you can make things happen in your life, you'll get there. You will.
Yes, that's exactly true too. With that card is about you finding determination to really learn.
And motivate yourself.
And some of this is really about how you can pattern or model after other wisdom. So this may be saying that in choosing a path forward, that is not necessarily, any one thing. There may be things you'll want to reference or take in to show you the way, to model that behavior that you want to move forward with.
And ultimately here with the Six of Pentacles, this is basically saying, excuse me, you will restore balance again. Balance will come back. You will feel better about things. You'll feel now, at some point, if you do the work, you'll be able to feel that what you're putting out to the universe, you are receiving in kind. So in other words, everything is going to start to balance out in your life again. You're going to start feeling like the future looks a little bit more hopeful and fair to you. Because right now you're feeling a world of hurt. In the future, you're going to be feeling a world that the world is right again.
Shreya, we do want you to feel a blessing from us or from wherever you can receive that. So good luck to you. I think that what Banshee said there with that Six of Laurels is correct, that this is about moving you to a situation where you feel open to receive and give whatever that is, whether it's emotional value, and you have to feel secure in yourself. And a lot of the Laurels or Pentacles is about personal security. So when you feel really more secure in yourself, you'll feel protected, you'll feel like you are able to give freely. So now with the Lenormand, the other oracle we do, there's the mice and the birds.
So right now you might be feeling like communicating with others right now will cause you stress. Maybe you're feeling that people might be talking about you at the breakup with your ex. Maybe you're feeling that, you're a lot of stress right now because of maybe people communicating about your ex's marriage, etc. And so I feel right now what you need to keep in mind here, Shreya, is with the mice, this is only temporary. You will get past this. You will get beyond this. You will be back to a state of balance again, like Mr. O suggested, too, in that, you will be able to give and receive love in your life again. Just don't push it right now. Feel what you need to feel. Stay back if you need to, and start envisioning a better future for yourself, because you do have one coming. You can work to make it happen.
So Shreya, if you are feeling that, you are hearing about your ex being happy, or you're hearing from other people who talk about those kind of things, and that's the bird's communication, just realize that maybe they're not necessarily meant to cause harm, but they are giving a minor sense of annoyance to you. Try to think of it as a minor annoyance, because you have other work to do, and you will find your way. You just have to try to do it.
It's going to take some effort and some work. And if you are feeling really, really low, seek help, seek advice, seek counseling either from spiritual advisors that you trust or counselors. They're there for you. I feel that, you can do this work. It's very clear these cards have all come up here for a reason. You have options. You have things that you can pursue. You can do the work necessary, and you can restore balance to your life. I certainly give you my blessing and wish you much success in your path moving forward. Good luck with that. All right. And we're on Claudia. We're on Claudia now, Violet. Yeah, that's true. Birds eat the mice. Good point. Good point.
You're welcome, Shreya. Good luck to you. Best wishes, and come again.
Boy, some of these cards have, we just shuffle them. But some of these cards have really come up on point today, I have to say.
More than me. I know Claudia in real life. I've known her for several years. So a lot of times I think she just wants to kind of, just say hi. And if she didn't leave a question, we can move on. And if she comes back, we probably can't take
Let's
her
give
again.
her a moment.
Yeah.
Let's give her a moment. I'm going to pull out my deck for the next reading. I do. And you're going to give me, I'll be doing these. So we are on Claudia. Let's give it a minute. Just a minute. Claudia may have just come in because it's Lions Day.
That's what I'm actually thinking, but who knows, right?
So I don't know if the Cowboys are playing today. Did they play yesterday? Was that the game yesterday? I don't remember. While we are waiting.
Well,
Okay, Ladybug Lovehead. Do you have a Love Oracle deck? I have a couple different ones. I also have a love-themed Lenormand. Do you have a Love Oracle deck? Did I get you one? I can't remember.
Oracle
now.
deck?
Yeah, Love Oracle deck.
I can't think of it.
But I have some, and as a matter of fact, one of the really cool tarot decks based on love is an Oracle deck, because it is not a full tarot deck. It's not called the Psychic Tarot. What is that thing called?
Well, I have the Modern Love Tarot, which I love.
Oh, it's Tarot for the Heart, I think. And it's by, I think his last name is Farmer, Philip Farmer, maybe? But it's a really, really nice deck because it's really got the love theme in mind for all the cards. It lacks court cards, though, so it's not a full tarot deck. It goes from Ace to 10, and then, of course, it has the major arcana cards. But I really like it a lot for love readings. And I do have an Oracle deck or two that's love-related.
We're in overtime. I didn't realize it.
Yeah, we'll be bringing out some of our stuff for February. I also have some love kind of themed tarot as well that I'll be bringing out.
Well, I have the Final Rose, which is totally about, romantic things. And then I also have the Modern Love Tarot, which I use on emotional exchanges. It's a very pretty card. But I have some specific ones, like I have one or two Pride decks.
For Super Tarot Love Month, they'll all start coming out.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Ladybug, what positive change is coming for my household?
Yep.
So that's me, right?
Well, it's too bad Claudia isn't here because I was gonna, throw him into the picture for Claudia's reading. Maybe his bottom half is not the thing I wanted to show. But anyway.
Let's ask Claudia.
Anyway, you can. Oh God. All right.
Are you feeling cold at all? I'm starting to feel cold.
My hands are cold.
Well, I
This
took
is
off my
pretty
sweater.
warm, this
I might have to
hoodie.
put my sweater on
which is
again.
part of the reason I wore it, other than for Lions game day. All right.
Okay, so what positive change is coming to Ladybug Love's
Home
household?
life.
Household. No. Tell her I don't.
He doesn't have a fever.
Wait.
Oh.
She's the fever queen. Your hands are colder than mine, though.
Well, your forehead feels warm, but I'm not sure it's fever warm. And you're feeling cold right now, you said? Maybe you do have a little fever.
This is a house where we often feel cold.
But your forehead is warm.
Okay, you know best. Not a problem, mother hens. So, Ladybug. Strength reversed. 10 of Wands upright.
Oh, dear.
And 10 of Swords reversed.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. So if there have been some problems in the household, Ladybug Love, we're going to have to take a look at this. The letter and the book. Well, I do have to say that maybe, strength is not a bad card, and neither is the Ten of Swords reversed is more positive than not. It's the Ten of Wands that's making me wonder a little bit, but let's talk about it here. I think I want to focus on that Ten of Wands, which I think was the second card he drew, and say that maybe it seems like things have been a struggle right now in the household. There have been burdens, whatever they are. People not getting along, work not getting accomplished or done, projects or goals in the household, or just a sense of stress between people in the household. So maybe a softer approach to things needs to, maybe I take this back. Maybe a more aggressive approach to tackling what is wrong is necessary here. It's kind of like maybe people have been ignoring some signs or things that have been going wrong for too long, or just letting things build a little bit. And so now is the time to aggressively tackle what the situation is, put some hard work into it and get it right. Because I do think, on the positive end of things, you asked for positive change, that things can start to heal. Things can start to get better. People can move in a more positive direction if you really get to the point of tackling what's wrong.
Well, there are two 10s here, and of course 10s are kind of like the
right.
idea of something ending with
point.
obviously the idea of something starting. So I like that in a sense. You're asking for the positive changes, and when I look at that 10 of Wands, I say positive change could be that maybe somebody, and I'm not saying it's you, but somebody in the household needs to be gainfully employed or needs to work. If it's about employment, that's one thing, but if it's about somebody being occupied because they just don't have enough to do, and maybe this is important for them, more of a vocational thing. And I could be talking about younger people or people who have vulnerable things about them that maybe don't lend themselves to be in the workplace. The strength reversed as a positive thing, this could be saying that maybe there is a resolve to be physically stronger in some ways. So maybe this is involving people in the household having to take more responsibility for the household, in terms of either protecting or providing for them. And then finally, with the Ten of Swords reversed as a positive, this could be saying the realization, that this should not conquer you, and that, what actually has been conquered are those things that we're really trying to detract that. A lot of times the Ten of Swords represents overthrowing the forces against us. So this would be a positive, that this is saying really with hard work and determination, maybe those things that really are inflicting harm or making progress slower could be overturned. Lenormand?
Yeah, the Lenormand is interesting to me. I think it boils down to communication a little bit here. I think it boils down to maybe also getting a handle on things, whether it's bills or something else, like maybe if you need some home improvements done, or, it comes down to people. If it's just a matter of the people not getting along, if it comes down to people just being more communicative with one another and really telling them truthfully what's going on. Telling them the story, being upfront with their story and why, they're harboring feelings or anger or resentment or whatever the situation might be in the house. Or if it's even a matter of finding out information you need to do a home repair or renovation, etc. Or if it's about getting your bills under control. I think that could be a lot of different things at play with those two cards there.
Yeah, book and the letter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about mostly things that are tangible. So that's why I don't know if it's about people's feelings, but the book can also be about learning what's at the bottom of something that may be causing, upheavals in the family.
Well, I thought that,
or in the household.
I thought that some of these things were positive, getting people working again, that kind of thing, or using, determination to resolve problems. So maybe this is saying that this information is more likely to come through tangible things like somebody sending a letter saying, we're inviting you to this thing, or just things that are tangibly able to reinforce people's attitudes about that, hopefully. And I wanted to say, Violet, you don't have to apologize. I'm just a grumpy guy, and I know you mean well for me. You have to trust me on this. If I really felt I had a fever, I wouldn't even be here now, because I would just be...
I can't believe he made it this far. So in a sense, it does make me wonder, because with the fever even, I think he would be laid low.
I'm lame.
He would be on the couch right now.
I'm lame with a fever. I'm pathetic.
Yeah. Or he's just using Herculean strength to get through this day. I'm not sure which.
I'm a big baby, actually.
That's what we have for you, Ladybug. I wish you luck with what you're facing there.
Good
luck. And Alicia, we are up to you if you are still here. Oh, I see she left a question. Good. What's coming this week for money? All right. Let's check it out.
So that's going to be your deck.
And we are a bit into overtime right now. Oh, it's my birthday. April 19, 4/19.
You're welcome, Ladybug.
Mr. O is used to my tough love. He's not used to people saying, oh, poor Mr. O. Because I don't give him
Stop
any
it.
quarter.
It's all strange and stuff.
I'm the kind of person who walks around with 104-degree fever, though.
Totally
I'm
true.
an Aries.
Totally
the fire
true.
doesn't hurt me as much, but I've been laid low before, too, but not like he does.
Happy New Year. Oh, Mr. O, be okay.
Everybody keep doing it. I kind of like it getting under his skin. It's all right.
How many more do we have, though?
People care about you. Look at how many people care about you.
How many more people do we have, though?
We only have Alicia, Cindy, and Violet.
I'm happy. I can do this.
And if you weren't blowing your nose so darn much and sneezing, we could have got through this much quicker. But it's not bad considering
you let me drip on your cards.
We had a full list. And despite the fact that you didn't input on my oracle cards at all again today, but,
At all.
We digress.
That's harsh. That's way harsh.
I'll give you a pass on this one because you're sick. Okay, you're allergic. Whatever.
There are no bones sticking through my leg. Don't make me have a bone to pick with you, Victoria. Okay, maybe I have a fever. I'm getting delirious here.
Oh gosh. He'll be asleep during my Lions game, I hope. Hey, you need rest. Go upstairs and rest. Well, I drink my mojito or margarita and watch the game.
And I dream about the tea that you should have made me.
Oh man, I'll have to make him some. You're getting eucalyptus tea whether you like it or not. All right. Alicia on the money. The Page of Pentacles reversed. I don't like that start. But I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I don't like that start. Oh man. The King of Pentacles reversed.
Kara, you can't say that. You have to get him here. Oh dear.
Yeah, there's some challenges. Remember, this is just this week, Alicia. And the Seven of Swords reversed.
By hook or by crook?
What do you got with the Lenormand? Any good news there?
I'm going to sneeze.
Uh-oh.
Lilies and the rod.
You got that out without sneezing. I'm proud
I
of
know.
you.
It seems like it's abated.
Well, I think there's some bad news this week financially for you. I don't know if this is related to your investments or if this is related to or money you were expecting, or if this was related to, let's say, job offers that you've been applying for, etc. It seems like you're not getting the happy news you would like here. And so this week seems rather non-productive when I look at the King of Pentacles too. Also, make sure you're getting, if this is financial stuff, make sure you're getting the appropriate financial guidance and advice that you need. It's one thing that comes to mind when I see the King of Pentacles reversed in a financial reading like this and a money reading. But the other thing could be, I think you're just going to have to scrutinize things carefully here this week, and be a little bit more organized in your approach to what's going on here. And I'll stop there before I get to that last card.
I agree with Banshee. I can't really add a lot to those. I sort of feel like there's inadequate access to information maybe, and maybe that makes you feel like, you're not in control. That could or could not be the case. I'm more concerned with the Seven of Swords because I'm just going to shoot ahead and say this looks like something slippery here going on,
yeah.
and that maybe either somebody is going to make certain changes that will affect you negatively, or maybe there's even a surprise victory of sorts, because it is an undertaking trying to achieve what maybe is not always easy to achieve.
Well, it's interesting in this respect. I'm going to look at the Seven of Swords a little bit differently now, Alicia, to say, if there's anything that you could hold back on at this time, maybe this is a card saying this isn't a time to make any kind of major moves or gambles or risks with your money. This is maybe a time to lay it low, because the indicators are not really positive right now.
I like that.
I do think there will be a time for you to act more aggressively, but it's not now. The lilies are here to almost say there could be some more aggressive growth coming for you, but I think it's not now. Right now, I'm not seeing it. Not this week.
Right, the lilies says things have to mature in a way, and so if there is a tendency to react quicker, this may not be enough time for something to really qualify for those movements, that you might be jumping the gun in certain respects. And I kind of get that feeling maybe a little bit from the Seven of Swords too, that this is just saying wait till the time is right to make certain moves.
Right, to make the moves. And then maybe you should move aggressively on something to more secure, your financial future. So just not feeling it this week. I don't know what's up, but I wish you luck with that. And, it's interesting here because you've got a lot of cards that speak to finances, the Pentacles, and in a sense, the Lilies is about, long-term success or growth. So just keep an eye on things this week and watch, make sure you're getting the appropriate kind of advice you need right now.
Good luck.
Good luck with that, Alicia. Wish you luck.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well. And Cindy, you are up if you are here or left us a question.
We do have Cindy's question.
Awesome. What is it?
I would like to know, how does Christopher feel for me, please?
Okay,
So,
do that. Let me have my cards back, and it's your deck.
all right. So I'm going to use the Barbieri Tarot again for that.
I'm going to put this here.
There you are, Cindy. Hey. So we are on your question
Hi,
now.
Cindy. We got you covered.
Thank you, Alicia. I hope I feel better too. I probably just need another day or so. Usually allergies are really bad that first day, maybe a little bit into the next day, and then things kind of solidify, if you know what I mean, and there's less running of the nose. It may tend to accumulate in my lungs and I have to hack it out a little bit. I think they call that bronchitis.
They may indeed.
But it does happen. I've had a lot of bronchitis in my life too. These days, not as much, so I'm grateful if that happens. All right, Cindy. So you asked, how does Christopher feel for you? Or how you would like to know how Christopher feels for you. Okay. So let's see. So our first card is the reversed Knight of Pentacles. And then we do have the Lovers upright. And then we have the Page of Swords.
Wow. All right.
Can I go ahead?
Just give me a minute. Let's put
All
these
right.
out there and see what we've got. So, because context is everything.
Mice, victorious mice. And flowers. Oops. So when I saw that first card, the Knight, the reversed
Was it
Knight of
reversed?
Pentacles,
Ah.
the feelings for you, I wonder if he's thinking like maybe you are moving too slow for him or something like that, or that maybe they feel about you that you're taking a long time for some reason. It's kind of interesting because it contrasts to the Lover's card, but the Lover's card ultimately is mostly about a decision about love, you know, like whether we like one idea of a mate or another idea of a mate, or if we're choosing between things that we love, not necessarily people.
Well, that was a tough one for me, and I'm not sure how I want to read this one. I don't know if Christopher is an earth sign. You know, sometimes the Knight of Wands can indicate, you know, somebody with some earth energy here. But he is reversed. And so I kind of feel like they're very, very slow. And also they may be a little bit difficult to read their feelings. You know, I want to say here that, you know, his feelings are that he wants to take things slow. But when I say that, I'm not necessarily talking about like getting to first base, third base, etc., moving the relationship. He might, in fact, want, you know, hey, you know, certain things earlier, but like maybe a sexual relationship, etc. But he wants to take his feelings slow. He's not really so secure and grounded in how he feels about you at this time. The Lovers indicates there's a passion here. I think I want to say that, you know, that there's definitely some passion going on here and that he's attracted to you. Absolutely. He has some definite romantic feelings for you. But how far he wants to take them, you know, on an emotional level, that's, I think, what's a question here. And what's that final card? And that's the Page.
Page of Swords.
I'm almost feeling here that things are going to become clearer, that he is going to come out with more, you're going to get a better idea of how he feels fairly soon.
The Page of Swords sort of represents somebody who maybe is old-fashioned, good manners in a way. Somebody who will kind of say the right thing at the right time, is sort of gracious, a gracious person. Having said that, they may appear to be just nice, but may in fact actually be a kind person too. It's not for sure. But I think I agree with Banshee that this is saying, really, although there's some slowness in the actual determination of his feelings, I think that you will probably find out more about them, that maybe they will be able to put more voice to it. I think that's a big part of looking at a sword card too, because it's about the mental intention, but in this case that page is sort of an expression of that.
There could be some communication. I don't know if you're in touch or not, but it seems as though something is going to be revealed and come out. You'll get some knowledge. It's almost as if suddenly you're going to see the light here. Or maybe, in fact, Christopher will. He'll finally realize he wants to express himself. He wants to express how he feels. I think, this was about Christopher's feelings, so I'm wondering here what these two cards are exactly about. I'm almost feeling like he's really kind of under some stress or duress right now about expressing how he feels. There's joy here. There's some joy or some positive energy, some light feelings here, but they're clouded over by stress or worry. And I almost think this has to subside. And like I said in an earlier reading, I don't know if you were here when the mice came up, but the mice are usually temporary situations. There just may be something either internally or whatever that's holding him back from expressing how he really feels right now.
Okay, good for you to ask that, Cindy. I think ultimately it is an okay reading. With these last two cards here, my feeling is that maybe there's a sense of a feeling, maybe slightly annoyed, but maybe they feel like, in a way, you should understand how they feel about you. Like maybe they feel you should understand that for some reason, because they feel, that they are expressing or feeling joy in your presence to some degree.
Well, you're asking about positives here, and overall, I feel things are more positive than not. I feel they just might be slow or difficult in expressing how they feel. I feel also that maybe they're still a little bit up in the air about how they feel. It's possible here that they're in the process of deciding, to express that to you. Because I feel here you're going to find out something. And I do think more likely than not, it's going to be positive. So don't stress it too much. Don't feel too much stress over this. Because I feel like this uncertainty might finally be revealed to be something that will make you happy in the long term. So hang in there.
Good luck.
I hope we're right. I wish you luck with this. So good luck, because I feel kind of positive here.
I do too. I think mostly he has good feelings. It'll take time to grow, maybe.
It may take time, yes. Because when the Knight of Pentacles is reversed, it's speaking about somebody who moves slowly on some levels. So, wishing you luck with that.
All right.
All right. Violet Lotus, we are on you. And it's 433 here. 435 now. All right, we made it to you, Violet. What you got for us? Let's see. What does Uncle Alan have to say about me doing the shadow work with the hopes that it's going to help me get to the underlying reasons for and heal from my extreme challenge with self-confidence? There you go. All right. You're very welcome, Cindy.
You're
Good
welcome.
luck. Thank you for stopping in. I wish you luck. Well, the first card is the King of Cups reversed.
Are we in tough love again? What?
The second card is the second card is the Hierophant upright. The third card's the Magician reversed. But I already sort of have an idea here, so let's see what Mr. O has. Oh, man!
The cross.
What?
I'm cross about the cross. The lady. Oh, dear.
All right. The King of Cups reversed here says that Uncle Alan feels, your self-confidence, these emotions of feeling like, you lack the confidence or you want a validation, is really needs the work. He does think that this is what you need to work on. I think it's pretty clear with this card coming up here. And with the Hierophant reversed...
No, it's not reversed.
I'm upright. Yeah, I'm sorry. And I meant upright. With the Hierophant upright, it's indicating that, this shadow work is going to be something that will really put you on a better level. I think he is saying you will learn a lot from this, and it will be growthful. It could help you master what is wrong here. And I'll get to the last card after the Magician. I see you.
The
want to say
Hierophant
something.
sort of has a sense of guiding you. And so for this context here, the shadow work would guide you to a better alignment of all these different levels of yourself and understanding. I just wanted to throw that in there. I'll just say that the King of Cups, Uncle Alan maybe has slight regrets that he hasn't impressed upon you enough things as a possible or as a sort of mentor towards you. So maybe he feels like he needs to just really keep working with you to make sure you understand certain things. He's blaming himself, though.
I saw this Magician reversed, and one of the first things that came up to me, do you know some of the old school books that I have on the Magician reversed? I remember this from years gone by. Is sometimes they talk about this as being the imposter card. And so you know what? Uncle Alan wants you to eliminate this imposter syndrome that you may have. Are you familiar with imposter syndrome? Because it's about that. It's about this feeling that you need validation or that you might not feel like you're good enough to move forward. Imposter syndrome is like, well, I'm just faking it till I make it here because I really don't have the talents and skills to do what I need to do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I feel like when I saw all of this together, I'm like, yeah, this is what the shadow work is going to reveal to you. Bam City, and I feel here that what you need to work on is this has been haunting you long term. You've got the cross here because this has been a thorn in your side for some time now. And that's what exactly you need to work on. Uncle Alan totally feels this is what you have to do. You're not expecting, in a reading like this, we could have given you positive cards that said, oh, love and light, yeah, happiness, joy will come from this. This is saying this is the hard work that you have to tackle. So in a way it is tough love, but it's showing that you are on the right path, in doing this work.
Awesome.
Yeah. Wow. Bam, bam, bam.
Nice. Hope you like that.
Made sense to me. Wow. And you are awesome, Violet. Don't think otherwise, Don't fall into that. Good luck with that. Wow, we're done. And I can start getting myself all excited and prepped for game time.
I'm going to heat up the chicken soup.
I guess I should get food out of the way. I guess I should get my cards written for tonight. Because you know what? Once it's game time, I'm going to just be a frickin' basket case. And not only that, they're starting with special Lions events at 6:30. Game time isn't until like 8:15. So, I got to get going. I got a lot to do. So, want to thank everybody for some interesting, fascinating readings today.
Indeed.
And, yeah.
Putting up with my nasal flood.
And I want to thank everybody for their kindness towards Mr. O. He should feel supported. He should feel loved. He doesn't like to feel like he's a burden, so he was like, stop it. But, you know, we all care about Mr. O. So thank you, Mr. O, for making it to the end. Thanks, everybody. And we hope to see you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.